Do you gravitate towards a movement, a family, an organization that is fertilizing and helping you to know what your life mission, and that your mission in life is sacred? Have you been able to tackle the answers to the questions, why am I alive? Does my life matter? What is the purpose of my life on earth today? We invite you to find out how historical truisms will turbocharge your life and your consciousness today. You can send an email to join@marifado.com and visit our website www.marifado.com. Here at Marfado, we have managed to synthesize a number of mission and effort principles to help anyone acquire the best data and digest and analyze information so that they can be able to cultivate appropriate answers to life's enigma and enigmatic questions. Marfado Family Group mission statement is there to help every melanin dominant human being on earth today to experience and nurture effective cultural and spiritual congruence by interacting with revealed ancestors as well as righteous divinities. Because doing that will mean you will be capable of calling upon the gods and say, the gods, may the gods appear, our revered ancestors' spirit ablaze in our souls and in our lives, and you will be raised up beyond the highest stars in this life as you pay homage and honor to all of our holy ancestors as well as all our blameless divinities. The blameless divinities we are concerned with, a number of them are Allah, Igbo, in Nigeria, Mother Goddess, ruler of the underworld, goddess of fertility. Ama, Dogon, Emali, a supreme god, creator of all. Kagni, Basarwa, southwestern Africa, the creator god, the supreme. Eshu, in Yoruba, Nigeria, trickster and messenger god. Katonda, Buganda, East Africa, creator god, father of gods, king and judge of the universe. Kibuka, Buganda, East Africa, the god of war. Mujaji, Lovedu, South Africa, Southern Africa, rain goddess. Nyame, Onyame, Ashanti and Akan, Ghana, creator god associated with the sun and the moon. Leza, Bantu, Central Africa, creator god of the heavens and the skies. Ogan, Yoruba, West Africa, god of war and iron. And Olurun, Yoruba, West Africa, sky god and supreme deity. These are just a few of the divinities may appear in your life if you call upon them. So what we want to look at is that perhaps the world isn't giving you the gifts and the desires of your heart because you are basing everything on distractions and a lack of discipline in your life, and it's simply very, very unclear to the divinities what you really want. You must remember that the ancestors are calling on you to remember who you truly are and what great things you can accomplish through divine spirit, and that if you call them, they will answer. If you do not call them, they will not answer or intervene in your life. That's the principle we have. If you call the wrong gods, they will either ignore you or just throw more dust and more stones at you, because you have to have a mission. Umsebenzi, ize, ozi, ubutunywa, ukutunywa, hutumwa, which is sacred, takatifu, dinso, zitsene, engwele, mimo. This life is sacred, is a sacred mission, this life that you are living. So how do you know that what you are doing today is exactly what you were sent on earth to do? Because for those that know their life, that know their identity, and that they know that their identity is their power, and when they discover this identity, there's no going back once they have seen this truth. Those that go back and those that come and go back have not seen anything. They are just blind and just tumbling along. That's why they go back to Jesus, they go back to Muhammad, they go back to the Quran, they go back to their lackadaisical life where they do not care about their Ubuntu and continue to live as Europeans. So at Marfado, we assist you to process the answer to the questions, what should I do with my life? Or what is my life's purpose? We consider this and say, welcome to Marfado. And since we have been able to synthesize some of the principles, we want to share those principles with you today, and the choice is clearly yours to do your due diligence and come and join us and work with us as we further our growth and our understanding. Marfado derives its data from countless sources, including spiritual sources, the internet, the libraries. We do also a lot of academic research. We've got a lot of search engines that we consult, books that we read, thousands and thousands of books. Using these sources, we know that some of it have variable exactness, and using sacred speculation, we have been able to annotate that which is clear and that which is applicable as information for us, because data is different from information. We can encourage you to ask your ancestors. We can also say when the ancestors refer to the concept of spiritual systems, they are referring to those principles that predate every religion that is found on the planet. We, the people presently known as African or melanin dominant human beings, have spiritual systems that predates Hinduism, Judaism, Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam. Our relationship with the Creator, the unknown, limitless, beyond the chasm Creator, was established and known millions or billions of years before the names of Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, Jehovah, or any other divinity that you can name today was ever uttered. Because the people that uttered these names came 6,500 years ago, while we have been here 3.5 billion years ago. So it's time for you to abandon the falsehoods of these evil invaders and return to your ancestors. That's principle that we advocate. So solution number 2, principle number 2. Stick to your racial identity no matter what. The term Bantu that we use, Muntu for singular, is not applied narrowly in any of our endeavors. We employ it broadly as well as racially to define melanin dominant people, melanin dominant humans, not only in Africa but anywhere on earth, from the hoary distant past to recent times, ages gone by, today and tomorrow. Therefore, we use history as restorative force and veritable system. One of our foremost philosophical objectives is to accept that we have been here on earth for 3.5 billion years. The limiting epoch for human origins on earth is sacred to our timeline. We do not follow the science, genetics, or anything else. Principle number 4. We welcome civil objections and beg to differ if possible, but we will not compromise on Ubuntu Ma'ati viewpoint. Principle number 5. We may not be able to acknowledge or credit every source, image, and statement, but we stand on the shoulders of past and present and future academic efforts of all researchers, melanin dominant at the top, and the others follow after. So when we look at the synthesization of the system, we say the first principles of ancient Africa are the ones that we use to spread across the whole globe of the earth, using scholars such as Sheikh Diop and many others to go back into the synthesis of all knowledge that we know today. Number 7, we make every effort to ensure that our subjects, our images, our facts, our historical realities from specific peoples and groups are presented to teach us to live a life that is fulfilling, exciting, and exuberant, and that we are to live again beyond this life into the afterlife. Our ancestors created astronomy, created superstructures that connect our energy points, vortex points on Earth with us. And therefore we look to cosmic spheres as well as terrestrial spheres for our subjects, our images and facts of the reality of why we are here on planet Earth. Your mission and your life mission is sacred. The ancestors are ready to help you. All you need is to call upon them. How dare you forget your ancestors when they live through you? Your ancestors are ready to fight even for you. All you need to do is to call them, because if you do not call upon them, those who reject their ancestors will be rejected by their offsprings If you call other ancestors, they have a choice either to help you or not to help you or to make you a slave. Correct and applied information is the engine for you to fulfill your life mission, which is sacred. You can get in touch with us as we share and provide beneficial information. What is the proof that your life mission is sacred? The core values of your life should be Ubuntu or Bantu or ancient melanin dominant philosophy. You should show and prove some form of growth materially and the cleanliness of your life. You should have clear-cut goals. What do you want? We shall show you the 4 basic goals that you must build upon. You need teamwork. You can't do this alone. A teamwork that is innovative, a teamwork that is value, a group, an organization that is value, just like Marfado family network, with quality and creativity and integrity. If the ancestors nudge you and allow you to pour your wealth, your energy, your spirit, your desire, your love into the growth of our own melanin dominant human organization and think tank, you will find yourself happy and excited to give. If you find yourself not freely giving, not freely allowing yourself to have goals that touch and align with Marfado, you are not being called to Marfado. You are just a passerby. So whenever you experience something that is profoundly impacting and changing your life, awakening you to some new unexplored horizon, your kepera or kupela, and each of the various yous in you that manifest from your birth to your death to your afterlife is a unique transformer in this stream of metamorphosis of what you are living today. This is from desertofset.com. Very interesting and very, very important. Here is how you know what you are doing is exactly what you were sent on earth to do. You should have a clearly defined life, a mission. What is that mission? Is it your purpose in this life on earth to know that your life is a sacred mission? What are the 4 criterion that you can look at and say, yes, it is? Number 1, know your identity. Number 2, acknowledge your ancestors. Number 3, interact with the divinities. Number 4, the results of all these 3 is that you will be creative, you will be happy, and you will be healthy. Why? For what purpose? In order for you to calmly acquire enough use of ancestors' energy or spirit, wisdom, or the divinity's power and force and potency, which are already in you, so that you can eventually become divine yourself when you die. To achieve that, you cannot do it alone. You cannot say, oh, I will do it at home, I'll just live my life alone. You will fail because you are not in a team with a lot of varying challenges or varying talents. A family, an organization with people driven by divine transformational goals. You need to be in that. So if any organization or a group of volunteers or group of people can cause you to be successful in these key areas, you can be able to fulfill your personal and professional goals at the same time, completing your divine mission on earth at the same time. So you will never come back and ask questions like, how do I discover my sacred mission? How do I discover my work? Because the ancestors who have revealed to it, the divinities who have confirmed it, your life who have validated it, because the kingdom of heaven is within you. That kingdom would have been awakened by you. That energy would have been vibrated by you to become alive again. The CIA and many other people, they know these things that we are teaching. Therefore, what they do is that they document everything and patent everything and hide everything. So if you want to discover a lot of what the CIA has done and what they have hidden, especially when it comes to the brain and your perception of God, we've got a book that we have been advertising and sharing with you, that read that book, and you can also get in touch with us. We have shared the email where you can send your questions or your requests. Now, there is more to this. Let me read a passage that is very, very powerful. I shall tell you the wisdom hidden from men. You are ultimate of all things. The knowledge of this is forgotten or lost when man was cast into bondage, bound and fettered by the chains of darkness. Mighty are they with the forbidden knowledge, secretly using their powers, enslaving and binding the souls of men. So your soul is being trapped, your soul is being bound, your soul is being deceived. If you think, no, I will not join these groups, I will not go with Marfado, I'll stick alone, I'll do it alone, or I'll do it as a Christian, I'll do it as a Muslim, I'll do it as a Jew, I'll do it as a tribesman, I'll do it, practice my African traditions, you'll be lost. You'll be in bondage. Know that the soul is living in bondage, fettered by fears that hold you thrall. Only by knowing you can overcome it. Only by wisdom you can be free. So these two, knowing and the wisdom. Knowledge brings wisdom, and wisdom can free you. Do you know? Yes, you could if you are a member of Marfado. If not, you are lost. Now that you know your mission, and it has been clearly defined, and your sacred mission is clear, stop waiting on a savior, because God had already sent you. Has given you power, has given you an organization, a group. Marfado is there for you. Join Marfado and be a member, be a team player. Because after all your due diligence, you will be clearly shown by the divinities and by the ancestors that Marfado family group is doing their work, for its mission was sacred. And its mission is sacred, and its mission will be sacred, for it was orchestrated and given by the ancestors and the divinities. Amen. Your manager to priest Rabbi LM to Mizulu saying your sacred mission is already waiting for you within Marfado. Amen.